All right, XRP family, how you doing? We're going to talk about something that is impacting your XRP. This is keeping the price of XRP down a little bit. This is something that is a short-term concern, short-term issue. It's going to work itself out, I promise. And it's not cause for major concern, but it's something you need to be aware of, okay? So what is keeping XRP right now from really fulfilling this potential and going north of $3 and then past its all-time high and on from there? That is two things: fear and a lack of retail investment. Both of those go hand in hand. They are the same thing. They are coupled. They are tied together. And what that means is simply this, is that if you go back and you look, and I had a chart, and it's over on my Twitter page. It's probably been pushed down because I had it pinned for a while, but it was a chart that showed that retail investors left crypto in masses in November, December of 2024. And they really haven't returned. Why did they leave? They left because of fear. They left because of uncertainty. They left because of kind of the overriding sense of, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow with my job, with the prices of eggs, of gas, so forth and so on. And they decided their choice was, I'm pulling my money out of crypto because I'm just uncertain about where my dollars will need to go or not go tomorrow, right? And the proverbial put their money under their mattress, if you will. And that's what happened. I'm not making that up. There's proof of that. I had the chart, showed it, all this kind of stuff. But the point is that they haven't returned. And I'm talking about millions and millions of retail investors representing hundreds of billions, if not $1 trillion worth of investment capital left. Now, are there still some retail investors here? Absolutely, because you're here. We are here. But I'm talking about, the mass, if you will. And that is one of the major things that's keeping the price of XRP down. Yes, I know there are others. Guys, okay, so don't flame me in the comments. Yes, I know we're waiting on XRP ETFs. Yes, I know we're waiting on the Stablecoin Genius Clarity Act to be approved. I know we've got the government shut down. I know we've got the trade war going on between the United States and China and so forth and so on, and all those are factors. Okay. But I wanted to highlight this in this video to have this dialogue and this discussion with you around this issue, and to tell you that this is what's keeping all of XRP and all of crypto down right now, is a lack of retail investment dollars. Those people have just not returned, okay? But that's a problem that's going to be solved in the near future, okay? Because retail investors will come back in droves when they start to see green candles in Bitcoin and XRP, and they will be late to the party. And you're here right now owning XRP, you're here right now owning crypto, and you're going to benefit from that. And that's the silver lining in this discussion, because you stayed, because you didn't let your panic, you didn't let your emotion, you didn't let your fear take over and make you exit your position in XRP or insert any other crypto name here, okay? And ultimately, that's the point, is that they will return. And if you look at investing in crypto and ask yourself that question, I tell you to ask yourself all the time, do you believe that the value of the entire crypto market, which right now it's like 3.7 trillion and change or so, is going to go up and be worth more in a year from now? Do you think that the entire crypto market's going to be bigger a year from now? Do you think that's going to be a 6 trillion, a 7 trillion, or whatever number? If the answer is yes, you're good. If the answer is yes, then you should be okay in your perception, your mind, your confidence level. If your answer is no to that, I would challenge you, like, why are you here? Why are you invested in crypto? If you don't believe in crypto, if you don't believe it's going to be bigger a year from now or whatever it is, 6 months, a year, whatever the time frame is for you, then why are you here? Bottom line, crypto is the single biggest last financial frontier opportunity for regular people like you and I to get in and make and generate and create wealth. It is. Because it hasn't gone mainstream yet. And the retail investors are waiting because they're fearful because they're waiting and they're going to be late. And that's okay. They're going to still have their gains because they're not here right now. They haven't locked in prices that are 60, 70, 80, or 100% off of all-time highs. If you look at pretty much every single crypto, like XRP, Cardano, Solana, you name it, they're all dramatically off their all-time high. 50, 60, 70, 80%, sometimes 100%. They are. And that's the opportunity. Okay, that's what what I'm trying to point out to you, is that yes, I know there's uncertain times right now. I get it. There will always be uncertain times as it relates to any financial equity market. There's always going to be macro events that are impacting the stock market or impacting the crypto market. That is simply never going to change because it is a financial market, and financial markets move off of global events, that impact the liquidity, impact the confidence level, impact whatever it may, whatever that point is. It's never going to change. And you got to be okay with that. And you got to be okay with the volatility around crypto. I call it the roller coaster ride, right? You got to be okay with that. I love it. I love the fact that there's so much volatility in crypto. Okay? Because where there's volatility, there's opportunity. Give it some thought. So, what's keeping the price of XRP down right now? Yes, I know it's all those factors I talked about earlier, trade war, the Fed, uncertainty, inflation, blah, 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 blah. But it ultimately is fear. Ultimately, it's fear and a lack of millions of retail investors representing $1 trillion+ or more who can and will move the needle when they come back. They just simply will come back a little bit late. And you will reap the benefit and the gain of them coming back because you're here now and you're here early. And all you got to do is wait. All you got to do is just ride it out. I appreciate you giving me a few minutes. If you're interested, there's a link in the description below to my inner circle. Check that out. It's 90 cents a day. $27 is what it costs. There's a 30-day, no questions asked, cancellation, refund policy. Here's what you get. You get access to my portfolio. You can see exactly what I own. You get buy and sell alerts every time I buy and sell any crypto. There's a private Discord community, chat community. I was in there this morning having some great dialogues with people about the price of gold and its impact on crypto and fear and all this kind of stuff. It was cool. Great. People were asking me questions, answering that. So if you want to ask me and talk with me, you can. And there's also something that I'm doing. It's called a $100 portfolio weekly challenge. Every week I'm going to buy $100 worth of crypto, and I tell my members what I'm buying or what this is, and they can follow along if they so choose. But we're building this together, and that's what's really, really cool. Is I set it at $100. Why? Because everybody can pretty much afford $100 a week. Okay. And that's what I did. And people are loving it, man. There's so much communication and talk and transparency. It's just a lot of fun. And it's a cool thing. And by the way, if you don't want to be alone in your crypto journey anymore, be part of a community, you can get, obviously you get that as well. Okay, so with that, there's a link in the description below if you want to go check it out. If you're watching this on X, link below this video. I'll see you. Take care. Bye.